Welcome to our third lecture entitled Searches, Summons, Arrest and Rights or Safeguards for an Accused Person. This video is part 1 of a 4-part series. We hope that the time spent paying attention will be beneficial to you. To properly situate or put into context the issue of the power of search or the power to search, let's watch a few videos on the Nigerian Customs Service and the Nigerian Police. There are 4 videos in all. Our first video is courtesy NTA News. NTA is short form for Nigerian Television Authority. It is a 1 minute 35 second long video. It talks about the Nigerian Customs Service tracking 10 containers that have already left the ports on the grounds of the offense of false declaration of their contents. The video also shows Nigerian Customs Service officials breaking open containers still in the ports to inspect their contents. Here are some questions this lecture will attempt to answer. 1. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the right to track items? 2. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the right to break into a place or thing and to search such a place or thing?
"26 containers were brought into the country through Apapa Port on the false declaration. 10 of the containers already moved out of the port are still being tracked. The importer, through customs license agent, had brought in brand new car tires, falsely declared as paperboard of machinery for steels. And as a beneficiary of fast-track system of clearing goods, his consignments were cleared without delay, but he ended up abusing the privilege.
The one is that they have lost their fast-track facility. Secondly, he's going to be prosecuted, and automatically his license he has lost his license. So,
although the Controller General ruled out any connivance with his officers who only acted on a tip-off, about 117 million naira will have been lost by this action of the importer and the clearing agent.
anytime we identify false declaration, as the law specifies, is total is seizure, and like we have explained, this was automatically seized.
The Controller General, who was on transit to Lagos, advised other agents to ensure due diligence in their transaction, while the licensed custom agents has always been apprehended. Are you aware of what was contained in this container when you were doing the process?
I wasn't aware because the bulletin was given to me.
While other investigations continue, the Standard Organization of Nigeria has been invited to ascertain the quality of the tires. Segun Lawole, NTA News.
Our second video is courtesy of TVC News. TVC News is a Nigerian 24-hour television news channel owned by Continental Broadcasting Service Nigeria Limited, now TVC Communications Limited, based in Lagos. It is a 2-minute 50 seconds long video. It contains complaints by car dealers against the Nigerian Customs Service for closing or sealing their car marks. Here are some questions this lecture will attempt to answer. 1. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the power to seal those lots? 2. Should the Nigerian Customs Service put the car dealers on notice in respect of their intention to seal those lots as a consequence of disputed duties on those imported vehicles?
The Nigerian Customs Service has been asked to rid the service of corrupt officers if it hopes to effectively battle vehicle smuggling and duty evasion. Car dealers issued this challenge in Lagos in view of the continued crackdown on car shops by customs operatives. TVC News' Ifunaya is the reports.
The clampdown on car sales outlets has entered the second week. The Nigerian Customs Service had alleged that there were smuggled cars in sales outlets across the country. But the owners of these sealed premises are saying that the action has become recurring.
This year alone, they've come like 3 times. And each time they come, they will just bounce on us. Sometimes they just tell us, lock your doors and put the seals. We've been doing that, back and forth. We take papers to them, they will check it. They will tell us to bring XYZ amount. That was before now. But now, this is the last straw.
They are insisting that officers of the Nigerian Customs Service are more culpable than others in the line of accusation regarding vehicle duty evasion and smuggling.
We pay according to valuation given to us. And you people release this car with exit note, and the name of the custom person that released the car is on the paper. They should try and sanitize their office, not us. We are not a clearing agent. We are not customs. We are only importers and sellers of cars.
Catch those ones who are into this fraudulent act. Before they give valuation, they will collect 200,000 per container. They will collect 100,000 per car. At the gate, they will collect 200,000. They will collect 100,000 per each car. And even the person, somebody that will move a file from one table to another, they collect money from this agent. At the end of the day, after what I paid 1.5 or 1.3 for a vehicle, on our papers will be seeing 600,000. And they will tell you how they spend it. If we say that this is a lie, you people can send an undercover agent or let custom do that by themselves.
They are threatening legal action to enforce what they see as constant intimidation.
We are trying to get a lawyer to write them officially to come and open our shop. They have no legal right to seal our shop. Even if anything want to happen, they should write us. They should write our organization. We are citizens. We pay our normal dues. I don't know why they should seal up.
TVC findings revealed that the management of the Nigerian Customs Service has set up a revenue recovery committee with a mandate to issue demand notice to effect payment for cars without proper duty documents, while those vehicles under detention are to pay 25% penalty after payment of duty. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
Our third video is courtesy of TVC 360 Nigeria. TVC 360 Nigeria is Nigeria's first exclusive online television news channel based in Lagos. It is a 3-minute 41-second long video. It contains the hues and cries of automobile dealers against the Nigerian Customs Service for what they describe as the indiscriminate closure of their shops without any prior notice or warning. Things got so heated that the automobile dealers decided to go on protest. In one of the speeches made by a representative of the automobile dealers, the reason given by the Nigerian Customs Service for the closure of those shops is revenue drive to recover unpaid duties or smuggled vehicles. In another speech made by another representative of the automobile dealers, they raised the issue that the Nigerian Customs Service struck without providing any prior notice, and that neither did it obtain a court injunction to back its actions. Here are some questions this lecture will attempt to answer. 1. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the power to close down a business premises? 2. Is it a legal requirement to serve a notice on an establishment before searching it or sealing it? 3. Is it a legal requirement to obtain a court injunction
Automobile dealers in Lagos State have raised alarm over the indiscriminate closure of their shops by the Nigerian Customs Service without prior notice. At a protest staged in Lagos, the car dealers accused the Nigerian Customs Service of corruption and illegal transactions. This followed allegations from the Customs Service that car dealers harbored smuggled vehicles in their shops without due permission. Adeshewa Odushoga reports.
Chanting solidarity songs, carrying placards bearing different inscriptions, the Lagos State automobile dealers are expressing their grievances over the indiscriminate closure of their businesses by officials of the Nigerian Customs Service over alleged car smuggling. The car dealers are also accusing the Nigerian Customs Service of corrupt practices after paying series of fines and duties not receipted or accounted for.
And so we must state here with every sense of responsibility and patriotism that the action of Nigerian customs officers in this regard is clearly a demonstration of gross irresponsibility and unprecedented impunity and an abuse of power.
We were not informed or explained to for this illegal sealing up. We just woke up a month ago on 30th of September to discover the sealing up of our car lots. We demanded for explanation and none was forthcoming. It was later we heard that the agency we are looking for smuggled cars, which they claimed are in our shops. However, we denied this allegation because almost all our members import cars through the ports, and no car or truck will pass through the ports without custom clearing procedures.
This is plus 1 month they locked us without court injunction, without a prior notice. I'm afraid of this country. Personally, I am afraid of this country. The people registering vehicles for us, the licensing officers are suffering. From us down to the people that wash cars for us, we are suffering. We can no more pay bills. We cannot pay salaries.
Someone somewhere is shortchanging the government, and we are not aware of any short payment from this agency. So if you come around to tell us that we are short paid, then the original signee, that is the custom officer that signed for the release of the vehicle at both the entry point and the exit, should be questioned. If you have not, then why are you harassing innocent dealers, for God's sake?
The association is asking for the compensation of a sum of 10 billion naira for loss of businesses within the period of 30 days. They have also charged the customs service to unseal their business premises across the state, giving an ultimatum of 14 days. Adeshewa Odushoga, TV 360 Lagos, Nigeria.
Stock market.
Our first video is courtesy of CGTN America. CGTN is short form for China Global Television Network. CGTN is a collection of international language news channels run by China Media Group. It is a 1-minute 32-second long video. It contains the account of the captivity of a few hundred boys and men in a building that also happens to house an Islamic school. During the police raid, a total of 7 people suspected to be teachers in that school were arrested. In order to rescue those boys and men, the police had to break into the premises. They also had to search the entire building, one room at a time, until every one of those captives were taken out. Here are some questions this lecture will attempt to answer. 1. Does the Nigerian police have the power to break into a premises? 2. Does the Nigerian police have the power to search a premises they have broken into?
It's not clear how long they've been held captive here in Nigeria's Kaduna city. There are hundreds. Some are men, but most are boys, aged from around 5 to their late teens. According to local media reports, they've been tortured, starved, and sexually abused. The sores on one boy's back appears consistent with injuries inflicted by a whip.
And the children gathered here are from all over the country, across all over the country. They were here, some of them were even chained. They were used, dehumanized. You can see it yourself.
The rescued children have been moved to a temporary camp at a stadium in Kaduna. Some parents have already retrieved their children, but attempts to find them all are still underway. The police report that the building where the captives were found houses an Islamic school. 7 people thought to be teachers were arrested in a raid on Thursday.
This place is neither a rehab or an Islamic school because you can see it yourself. Small children, some of them are brought from our neighboring countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, Ghana, and the rest.
Islamic schools, known as al-Majiris, are common across the largely Muslim north. There have been numerous reports by the Nigerian media that the government plans to ban the schools. For years, these institutions have been dogged by allegations of abuse. There are even accusations that some children have been forced to beg on the streets. Daniela Pearson, CGTN.
Our final example is the customs raid and/or siege of FRAISER Suites Abuja, an upmarket hotel in Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. This hotel was the winner of 2017 World Luxury Hotel Awards, rated among the top 3 hotels in Abuja on TripAdvisor, has the largest rooms in the city, equipped with modern facilities, and is a very ideal setting for a family getaway or a business meeting. Well, on Wednesday night, October the 2nd of 2019, as reported by The Punch, guests and staff members of FRAISER Suites, Central Business District Abuja, were thrown into confusion when men of the Nigerian Customs Service embarked on a raid of the hotel. 3 customs patrol vehicles marked Zone B, Federal Operation Unit, and Strike Force Unit blocked the entrance to the hotel. Over 12 heavily armed operatives impounded 11 vehicles, including a black Toyota Prado SUV with registration number RSH 500R, a Mercedes-Benz MPV with registration number GWA 665RZ, a Lexus MPV with registration number EKY 650FA, a Mercedes-Benz Z-Class Saloon with registration number ABC 592TM, and a Toyota Prado with registration number ABJ 704CH. Top management of the hotel made entreaties to the gun-toting customs operatives to move away from the gates, which appears not to have been heeded, since they claim to be acting under the instruction of the comptroller of the unit. A custom officer who volunteered a reason for their action under the cloak of anonymity said they had received a tip-off from an informant that hotels had become the new warehouse for vehicles without duty. Not only did they raid car mats, they also raided hotels, state liaison offices. According to the source, the Nigerian Customs Service gave the hotel management notice about the operation. He continued that they had tracked down 4 luxury cars to the hotel premises, and the owners were asked to provide the original papers showing that the necessary duties were paid on the cars. Another source gave the time of the raid as around 8 p.m. He also indicated that it was a mixture of uniformed and plainclothes custom officials in 3 Hilux trucks that carried out the raid, that they took the registration number of some 12 cars, including Mercedes-Benz S and C series, an Audi A8 sedan, and a few Lexus 570 MPVs. Those officers waited in the hotel till Thursday morning and even prevented a grey-colored Lexus LX 570 MPV driven by Chief Wale Olanifekun's driver from conveying him to court that morning, causing him to suffer the indignity of leaving the hotel that morning for his business in a less-endowed vehicle. Here are some questions the news story just retold raises, which this lecture will attempt to answer. 1. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the right to raid or lay siege to any property? 2. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the right to block the entrance to a property? 3. Does the Nigerian Customs Service have the right to impound vehicles? 4. Is there any property that is off limits to the Nigerian Customs Service? 5. In the exercise of their functions under the law, can they deprive the owner of a thing or the user of a thing from the enjoyment of such a thing? This is a 4-part lecture. This first part treats the power of search or the power to search. On the screen, you can see the 7 key broad subtopics under search. The second part will deal with the power to summon or the power of summons. On the screen, you can see the 6 key broad subtopics under summons. The third part will deal with the power to arrest or the power of arrest, while the fourth and final part will address the rights and safeguards for an accused person. On the screen, you can see the 3 key broad subtopics under arrest, as well as the 5 key broad subtopics under rights and safeguards for an accused person.